What's up, everybody? It's Brandon from Box Office Banner and Cult Flick Symposium. I have now seen the movie and I have seen the light. That is Dumb Money, dude. Dumb Money. And this movie was dumb good. I mean, come on now. I think what makes this movie good is, look at the cast. It's got to be amazing comedy, right? Is it not? Pete Davidson, who I'm actually not that big of a fan of. Sorry, I don't get the hype. It's not my guy. Not my guy. My guy is next up. Seth Rogen. Nick Offerman, anybody? Vincent D'Onofrio. Not really a comedy guy, but I'm sorry, that dude is so many motherfucking threats. He can do anything. And just like the other guy I'm about to name, the main fucking character, Paul Dano, he can do anything. So this movie has all the type of potential to be really funny. And that is definitely not what is going to win you over about this movie. There's definitely funny moments, there's little tidbits here, but the realism of it definitely has like an A24 movie vibe, which, if you know me, I am feeling that right out the gates, and I think you were feeling that right out the gates in this movie. As much as those guys are good, and some of them very good at comedy, like I said, it's not what's going to win you over. And I'll tell you, before I really jump into that, it's not even the people I just named. I forget this actress's name. I've seen her in a few other, things, but she is actually the one that just puts me on edge. The girl that is married to Paul Dano in this movie. There is something about this girl's unwavering just support for her boyfriend slash husband in the movie that just, I don't know what, it's just like, God damn, like, if you, some people, they'll get married or whatever, and they'll be like, oh my, well, just be careful, tread lightly. You always see like those old dudes just like, yeah, he thinks he knows something. Wait about 20 years from now, she's gonna have you by the balls, whatever the fuck. There's always that like, wow, this is a great pitch for marriage before you actually get married. I'm married, I'm happily married. But the point is, make sure you know who you're picking, because this is the definition of a girl you would want in your corner. Of course, if you don't really know anything about this movie, Paul Dano's character is, putting $50,000 in stock into GameStop. And it's just like, why would you do this? Even his friends like, are you a fucking idiot? Why on earth would you do this? He comes home, not really spoilers here, very minor, and plus it's a true story, so you can look in to see how it happens. But even then, I'm not going to give you every little detail. Just, setting the base of how this thing goes. And, his wife slash girlfriend, I should have picked up on this, maybe just as a girlfriend. Like I said, that's why I keep calling her that. We'll just say Paul Dano's girl, pours him a beer, and he's basically telling her, like, what if we're wrong again? I put keyword, all of our savings, $50,000 into this. What if it doesn't work? And she's just straight up like, go downstairs, baby, make a video, pours him a beer. And once that money starts rolling in, because we do know that is the point of this movie, it's dumb money, it's in the fucking trailer, where it's just like the most insane, mind-boggling thing that's happened with stocks and the little man coming up on the big man slash Wall Street and making them look like fucking idiots and showing that we can stand firm together. Once that shit bleeds over, when he could sell, but he keeps staying pat and he's letting that money rise, which is a dangerous game because it could all disintegrate and go away within a second. That unwavering support for her to not be like, yeah, we're in the millions right now, and I'm still not doubting you for a second, baby. She fucking wins me over in this movie. I don't know if anybody else has seen it. Are you having the same vibes? Because I'm just like, the whole time, I'm just like, God damn, this is the fucking ride or die. This is the ride or die. And the way she says our last little tidbit, I won't say what it is, to Paul Dano's character at the end of the movie, it's like the icing on the cake, just like, damn, she's got his fucking back. That is dope. Gonna give her the biggest support. But Paul Dano in general in this movie, we know what he can bring to the table. He really sells it and brings this character to life, really, really just showing how much this guy went through and how much this guy can carry on his shoulders, and the power of all the little men, little people, whatever you want to call them out there, of them to be able to hold. They're even posting memes in the movie where they're like, everybody's wanting to sell, but there's this unstoppable force. And, I don't know exactly how true to the wool this is to the real story, but from what I understand, not too inaccurate. And the way all these people, they could sell, they have thousands of dollars, and they're just like, no, hold. As long as fucking Paul Dano's character does not sell, we're not fucking selling. And to top that off, watching them, you know, because that's what they call, you know, our money. This is dumb money. It might be building right now, but it won't amount to anything. Them laugh us off, you know, the Seth Rogans of the world, the Nick Offermans of the world, the Vincent D'Onofrios of the world in this movie. It just pisses you off. As, you know, the quote unquote little man, you're sitting there like, God damn, like, let's take every dollar these motherfuckers got. It feels like war. And eventually it becomes so overwhelming with the money that, you know, all those fucking big heads have got to take notice, because now the money's flipping a little bit and they're like, holy shit. Because you see in the trailer, man. And, you know, you can't really, you know, sympathize with the Wall Street guys. You can't sympathize with, like, Seth Rogen's character in this movie. You know, I love Seth Rogen, but look, he's playing a fucking dickhead. But you can at least understand where he's coming from the standpoint of, like, the anxiety-induced fit that he would be in this situation, taking this whole fucking movement for granted with this whole GameStop stock thing, and then having it just fly right in his face. He's just laughing it off. He's like, yeah, dumb money, right? And then out of nowhere, he's sitting at the table talking to his wife. And, you know, this is in the trailer. But she's like, honey, how much should we lose today? He's like, 1 billion. And this might not be verbatim, but it's something like this. Like, 1 billion. How much we lose yesterday? He's like, 1 billion. And you're just like, holy shit, bro. Can you imagine? Imagine losing that much money. And then you flip it and you look at Paul Dano's character. His wife's asking him too, just like, how much we make today? He's like, 6 million. How much we make yesterday? 4 million. She's like, holy fucking shit, baby. We're fucking rich. And again, the fact that she's willing to just stay put. Dude, I'm sorry. I hit 1 million. You know, the thousands, I can kind of see it, because you're just like, you know, that's great. And that's hard to not, you know, sell on. But like, once you hit 1 million, like, bro, I'm pretty fucking set, dude. It's 1 million. I cannot take a chance with this. And the anxiety, again, there's that word. Very surprising in that regard, because for whatever reason, I really underestimated that element of this movie, because you're watching not just Paul Dano's character, but everybody that's following him, and obviously not selling too, to make this stock continue to rise. And we have like 3 central characters outside of Paul Dano that we focus and follow their lives too. It's not as mainframe, but we check on them frequently within the movie, to where we're just sitting there just like, oh man, this is common folk. If you're watching this and you're not a millionaire, you're fucking sitting there like, God damn, like these are my guys right here. Like, damn, like, the way that they have to constantly look at that, it's like, you have how much money? And their friends are even like, you're really not gonna fucking sell right now? It's like, as long as he holds, we hold. And that money is just growing. And as that money grows and grows and grows, and the threat of gaining it, but also losing it grows, the anxiety grows, and the movie grows. And I suppose this is damn good. I mean, I had a blast with this movie. It's very relatable, not because necessarily you even put one stock, you know, put money into any stock in your life, but just feeling like, you know, always being under the thumb, always being the little man, never being able to overcome things. No matter how hard you try, you feel like you got the shit end of the stick, and then to, for once, just fucking flip it on its head. And then the whole ending where like Paul Dano's got to like explain, because, oh my God, does these Wall Street dudes do the crummiest shit to try to shut this operation down. The way that unfolds is so just fucking awesome. Just like, stick it to the man. We're still not going to fucking back down. And I love it for that. Y'all need to check out this movie, not just for the comedy, but just for the, like, can't keep the fucking little man down, and what we can do collectively as a group if we put our heads together, don't fucking fear anything, and are ready to go to fucking war if we need to. It was so dope. Definitely check out Dumb Money. Give it an 8.8 out of 10. This is one of my new favorites on the year, obviously. This shit, better than I expected. A lot more going on than I expected. Not in terms of what happened per se, but like the way I found myself emotionally drawn and attached to it. So definitely check it out. Not just for comedy, but just overall good fucking movie, dude. See Dumb Money. It's worth your money. Will not be dumb money on your end. Anyways, guys, love you. Peace.